And what I picked up. Hi YouTube. So I have not been on my channel in forever. So this is not the first video I've made tonight. It is the second, but it is not the second take. I have been filming myself doing intros and like whole videos, and I just hate them all. So I don't know what's wrong with me. Maybe I waited too long to do a review on this, but I am excited to get into it. So it's a review of Frostblood by Elly. So Frostblood is about a girl named Ruby who is a fireblood. She can wield fire in a world or a kingdom full of frostbloods who wield frost. So the frostbloods basically took over this kingdom, and they do not tolerate firebloods, and that's very dangerous for her. Obviously, she's not really supposed to be practicing her magic because of how dangerous it is to her family and herself. But of course she does, and that gets her into trouble. And so it gets her put in a prison, actually. And being put in this prison, it puts her in a position to be rescued by these two men who have a task for her. And if she chooses to take it, she could win freedom for her and for her kind. So I really did love this book, and there is going to be two parts of this book. So the non-spoilery review and then the spoilery. So right now I'm just doing the non-spoilery, and I just wanted to say I really did like it. It was a little bit cliche at times, but overall good and like easy to read. And if you're looking for something, like I was really just wanting an easy, cute, hate to love fantasy book that wasn't like overly sexualized like a lot of adult fantasy is, or like a ton of world building. Like I'm reading what is it, House of Earth and Blood right now by Sarah J. Maas, Crescent City, and there's a ton of world building, and I can only take so much of that, and I knew I was going to dive into that book right after I read Frostblood. So I was like, I am so glad Frostblood was like an easy read. And Arcus, the main male protagonist, yeah, I say protagonist, I mean, he is a protagonist, but he's not the main character, but he is the love interest, and they are hate to love, but it's kind of like circumstantial hate to love. It's like he doesn't have a real reason to hate her except for what she is, because he's a frostblood and she's a fireblood. It's like a very simple concept, but it works, and I still liked their relationship eventually. Arcus, the main male character, his name, Arcus, I like wasn't feeling that at first. I wasn't loving it, but like I said, I still like their relationship by the end. I do feel that the ending was a little abrupt, but there's a second book, so maybe that'll elaborate on some things. Fireblood, I'm really excited to read it. She actually, well, I can't tell you what happens because that would not be non-spoilery, would it? So in the spoilery part of the next, or part of this video, I will be explaining this. And like I said, I've been tripping over my words tonight. I have not been able to talk or do like a clear review video all night. So I'm trying my best. But anyways, if you have not read Frostblood and you like hate to love, but you want something like just easy and quick, read this. You know, it's like, it's really good. And sometimes I like a book that's like a little bit cliche. You know, it like reminds me of books I read when I was a teenager. So now I'm gonna just skip into the spoilery review. So if you don't want to be spoiled, just click off, but thank you for watching. Okay, so in this book, since I'm spoiling things, Ruby to me was a little bit annoying at the beginning, but I do understand she's a young character, so that's fine. But she's a little bit annoying to me. As the story goes on, I like her more, but I like the love interest way more than her. I feel like that happens a ton in these books. Like if it's romantic, I like the guy more than the girl, and that's kind of horrible, but I don't know. She was okay, and I thought like the motivation for her like wanting to fight this king and kill him, I like that it was more than just the king hates her and hates her kind and has destroyed her people, because that is a good motivator to want to destroy a king, but it like wasn't affecting her as directly as it could have, as it eventually did, because it killed her mother. It got her mother killed. So I think that her mom getting killed was like a necessary thing, because sometimes I feel like in romance, especially YA, the parents are killed off just so the author doesn't have to worry about parents. But there was a real reason for her mother getting killed, and I think that it worked. So it was sad, but I think it like did move along the plot. Now, when she went to the convent, or I guess that's what it is. Is it a convent? Is that for nuns? Anyways, when she went to live with Arcus and like train with the monks, I do love that part. Like, that's my favorite part of the book when she's there. I do get her reasoning for trying to escape. I like that Arcus didn't like come and bring her. Well, he did, but she was bringing herself back anyways. And I'm really glad that like she decided that on her own and saw reason to go back. I also liked that he saved her at the end there. Like when she almost dies in the snow when she's trying to head back. I like that Arcus comes and saves her and brings her back to the convent. I'm just going to call it a convent because I don't remember what they called it. But yeah, so I like that right there. Their relationship started getting a little closer. I know he said, I wouldn't have saved you. I would have let you die or escape if it was up to me. But you know he doesn't mean that. And so I like that little scene was put into the book. I also, I love her gaining her powers. Like sometimes in books that part of it, the main character like training for something is extremely boring to me, but it really wasn't, and it was pretty quick. And I feel like everything in this book, to me at least, seemed to be moving the plot forward. I don't feel like there was many scenes that were just there to be there, and I feel like that can be a problem sometimes in books. But no, I mean, like, the book moved fast, and there was reasons for everything that happened, at least from what I remember. And at the end, when they get into the arena, when Ruby gets captured and has to fight in the king's arena, I do love that that doesn't take up a huge chunk of the book, because I was like, this is going to be like the Hunger Games, but thank goodness it's not. So that's like just a small part of the book. And it's over quickly, and I loved that because I just wasn't feeling it. Like, competitions in books are good, but they do remind me of the Hunger Games. So if there is a competition in a book that's like run by a ruler or a king, I need it to be quick. I need it to be a small part of the book. So yeah, I did like the end. It was quick because I feel like she runs into this throne room to kill the king, basically. And that doesn't work out, obviously, and Arcus finds her. And I feel like she destroys this throne and overthrows the king too quickly. I feel like it just happens too quick. I do like that the creature inside the throne, like, in order to destroy the throne and not have the king be insane, they had to free this evil being that was in the throne. And she made that decision saying, like, it's worth it. But the creature said, I'm going to come back for you. And, like, that, it was like, at your weakest, I'll come back for you. And that was like a true sign of like, this is a dark, evil creature. And it felt so real to 2020 and 2021. Like, I don't know, like, it was just, gave me like a little bit of a chill. I was like, ugh, because yeah, this darkness is gonna come back for her, and she's gonna have to defeat it. And I feel like that spoke volumes for this year, you know, and for the past year, because things have been hard and dark. So I felt like really connected to this book when that scene happened and when she realized she's gonna have to keep fighting. So I am really excited for the next book as well. That's basically the end of my spoilery review. I did like it. The ending was kind of quick. But the romance overall, like, I thought it was sweet, and I think it can, like, go further. But unfortunately, in this book, there is a new love interest introduced. I hate that. If there's going to be another love interest, I think it needs to be in the first book. So, I don't like them being introduced in, like, the second book. I do like when Sarah J. Maas does it, but when anyone else does it, I don't really love it. So we'll see how that works in this. I know in this book, she goes to a kingdom where there are a ton of firebloods, and she's not used to that, and it's like ruled by firebloods, I believe. So I don't know if she's like gonna become the queen. Is she gonna go back to Arcus and marry him and just like I don't know, have a good relationship with this other kingdom. I don't know what's going to happen, but I am excited to get into it, and I'll definitely do a review on it too. So thank you for watching this review. I'm sorry that I just like tripped over so many words. I hope it made sense, and I hope that if you read this book, you enjoyed it. Let me know if you did or if you're going to, because I reviewed it. So I'll see you in my next video. Hopefully it'll be on a real camera. Bye.